Salutations. Today's theme is about controlling the mind. In this theme, the mind and its control, we are all deeply interested in very personal way because nothing affects us individually more than our own mind. All of us try to control our mind, but we should like to know more and do better. Now the question is, who can help us in this regard? Answer is only those who can perfectly control their mind. Control of the mind is a very interesting inner game. If you have a sportsman attitude, you will thoroughly enjoy it. While playing the game, it takes a great deal of skill, alertness, sense of humor, goodness of heart, sense of strategy, patience and some heroic flair, which makes it possible not to get disheartened in the face of 100 failures. Lord Sri Krishna explaining in the Gita how the supreme state of yoga was to be attained. After listening to him, Arjuna said to the Lord in understandable despair, O Krishna, this yoga which you declare to be characterized by perfect evenness of mind, I do not see how it can endure, because of the restlessness of the mind. O Krishna, mind is restless, turbulent, powerful and obstinate. To control the mind is as hard as it seems to mean to control the wind. Sri Krishna listened to this and representative complaint of man and gave a reply important for all men of all times. He replied undoubtedly, O Arjuna, the mind is restless and hard to control, but by practice and dissipation it can be controlled. From their conversation, we learned three basic facts about mind control. That is, it was always been an extremely difficult task even for heroic person like Arjuna. But it is possible to control the mind, and there are well-defined methods for controlling the mind. In these two words, practice and dissipation, Sri Krishna gave the whole secret of controlling the mind. We shall quote here a conversation between Sri Ramakrishna and a devotee, in which the former emphasizes a fundamental point which everyone needs to remember. Ramakrishna said, don't sit idle simply because your spiritual consciousness had been awakened a little. Go forward beyond the forest of sandalwood. There are more precious things like silver mines, gold mines and so on. Devotee, sir, but our legs are in chain. We cannot go forward. Sri Ramakrishna, what if the legs are chained? The important thing is mind. Bondage is of the mind and freedom is also of the mind. Devotee, but the mind is not under my control. Ramakrishna, how is that? There is a method called Abhyasa Yoga, that is yoga through practice. Keep up the practice and you will find that your mind will follow in whatever direction you want it. The mind is like white cloth. It will be red if you dip it in the red dye and blue if you dip it in blue. Practice and dissipation are no doubt the entire secret of controlling the mind. But the question is, how do we bring them into our life stream? Answer to this, number one, we shall have to develop a strong will to control the mind. Number two, we shall have to understand the nature of the mind. And number three, and lastly, we shall have to learn certain techniques and practice them honestly and intelligently. Thank you.